I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Satan. The Prophet said to his followers, those who have been humiliated, they will be filled with fear. They will be filled with people who have been tired of doing good deeds. They have done so many good deeds that they are tired of doing good deeds. Their faces will be ruined. In this context, in Sahih Bukhari, there is a saying of Abdullah ibn Bas that this refers to the Christians, the good deeds that they did, but they were not on the pattern that Allah gave to His messengers. The day of resurrection is such a disease that you get tired of doing good deeds, but the end result is not zero, it is minus. Even if it is zero, it's still good, it is minus. That is why in the Sahih Muslim of the Prophet, before every sermon he used to say, the best hadith is the Book of Allah. And the worst of things is its innovation, and every innovation is a creation, and every creation is a misguidance, and every misguidance is a fire. Be aware, the best word is the Book of Allah. The most guided path is the path of Muhammad. And the worst deeds are those that are introduced into the religion by themselves. And all those deeds are creations, and all creations are misguidances, and all misguidances are going to take you to hell. Because they are not on the pattern of the Prophet. The role model is the Prophet. That's why in Islam, there is a problem with innovation. Because in innovation, a person gets tired, but he will keep bumping into the wall. The end result is zero. The wall will not move. It will tear its own head. Those who get tired by doing deeds, they will enter into a blazing fire, where they will be fed with boiling water from a fountain. There they will get nothing to eat, except for the bitter fruit of the tree. And in the rest of the places, it is mentioned in the Quran that they will get the blood of the wounded. Now who wants to drink the blood? Or drink the boiling water? People think that Allah is the one who forgives, He will leave us. Allah does not want ourselves, because He is ever merciful. Allah is the one, we are the good ones. I do not mean to say that Allah corresponds. Now there is a simultaneous contrast. On one side are these people, and on the other side are those people. There will be such people on the day of judgment, whose faces will be very gloomy. And they will be pleased with their efforts on the day of judgment, that they will be rewarded for their efforts. On the day of judgment, they will be sitting on the highest of thrones, and they will be keeping vessels of drink for them. In the words of Prophet Yusuf, Allah will open ways for those who will try. Allah has covered the hell with desires, just like flies go to their food. People will go to hell because there is attraction. And this is the detail which is mentioned in Sahih Hadith. When Allah created heaven, He said to Jibreel to go and see it. And Jibreel said, "O Allah, I don't think anyone will put everything on stake to reach heaven." Allah said, "It is not so easy. Allah has covered heaven with unbearable things." And Jibreel said, "Go and see it." And Jibreel said, "O Allah, I don't think anyone will try to reach heaven." This is the expert opinion of Jibreel. He is not an ordinary person. When Allah created hell, He said to Jibreel to go and see it. And Jibreel said, "O Allah, I don't think anyone will try to reach hell." Allah has covered hell with desires. And Jibreel said, "Go and see it." And Gabriel said, "O Allah, I don't think anyone will try to reach hell." Now, my brothers, in the next verse, Allah has mentioned the signs of His nature, the physical phenomenon of nature. And in that too, especially the physical phenomenon of nature, which the people of Arabia used to observe in their everyday life. And this is still valid in the same way. Even in today's modern era, the majority is observing this scene, the great signs of Allah's nature from which man can reach God. Have you ever noticed how we have created the camel? All the creatures of the heavens and the earth, all the angels cannot make a camel. They cannot make a camel. The capacity Allah has placed in its liver is not that. It is such an extraordinary animal. It can travel in the desert for a month without drinking water. It stores water in itself. Allah has made it so. It does not even know why it stores water. Just as we do not know how our stomach digests food, what happens in the small intestine, and what happens in the big intestine. How do our kidneys work? Even our elders do not know. We do not know either. So Allah gave the example of that animal on which the entire economy of Arabia was dependent, because there was nothing growing in Arabia. It used to do business. It used to take dates and other things, and it used to take water from the rest of the people. There was a water system. So it used to travel in the desert in the evening. Now if you store water on a camel, so much so that the camel is also fed and drunk, then it travels. It used to keep its storage on the camel, and the camel stores water in itself. So Allah said, have you seen how this camel is made? Your horses are failed, they cannot walk in the desert, and the feet of the camel are made in such a way that it can walk in the desert, and it tolerates all the heat. Despite that, it is so powerful that you sit on it and travel. Then its storage is such that you can put a chair on it in a manageable form. So Allah has emphasized on it. Have you seen how this camel is made? It is not made by itself. And look at the sky, how high it is. And look at the mountains, how Allah has buried them, how He has raised them. And look at how He has made the earth. These are the 4 observations that the Arabs used to make. Now imagine a person traveling in the desert. What will he see? He will not see any vegetation. He will see the sky, the earth, the mountains, and the camel. These will be the 4 observations. He will see the camel, the earth, the sky, or if there are hills in the distance, he will see them and nothing else. So look at all these things and reach Allah through them. This is what has been said by Shah Waliullah Daliwi in his book As-Tafsir. One of the categories of the verses of the Quran is that you will reach the result that God is the only explanation of all the physical phenomena in this universe. There can be no explanation other than God. Fadakir, O Prophet of Islam, keep explaining to them. Innama anta mudakir. No doubt you have been sent to explain. Your job is to explain to people, to convey the truth to people. It is not your job to convince them. These are 2 different things. You will explain to them about the misguidance. You just have to convey the message. Believe it or not, go to hell. And here it is repeated again. Innama anta mudakir. Your job is only to convey the message. Lasta alayhim bimusaitir. Believe it. If you don't, go to hell. Inna hadaynahu sabil. Imma shakira wa imma kafura. We have explained the path of guidance. Now it is up to you. Be thankful. Allah does not care. Allah is carefree. Keep this in mind. The attribute of Allah that I am afraid of is the attribute of His being self-sufficient. When He does not care, then you can do whatever you want. He will throw you in hell. You will keep screaming. He does not care. In the start of Surah Al-Mu'min, when Allah will punish the disobedient, He will ask them, are you suffering today? They will say, we are fed up of our lives. Allah will say, I was more fed up of you when you were called to Allah in this world, and you used to commit adultery. Allah is self-sufficient. He does not care about anyone. He does not care. But He is so strict about His disobedient that He says, now do you understand? We have been told Allah does not need any prayers. Allah is at our prayers. He is very merciful, and He tells us half of the story. When Quran says in Surah Al-Hijr, O Prophet of Islam, inform my servants that I am merciful, but my punishment is also very severe. Allahumma ajirna min al-nar illa mal tawalla wa kafar. But whoever commits adultery and adopts the method of disbelief and denies it, fayu'addibuhu Allahu la adab al-akbar. We will give such a person a very big punishment. Allah says, Inna ilayna ya'bahum bishak. We will bring them back to us. By the way, a person cannot run away from Allah. It is mentioned in Surah Rahman, O jinn and men, if you have the power to run away, then come out. Wherever you go, you will find Allah's kingdom. A person cannot run away from Allah's kingdom. So, if you cannot run away from Allah, if you cannot get rid of Allah, then the only way to get rid of Allah is to come into His protection. And this is what the prophets come to tell in this world. So Allah says, if someone in this world adopts the method of adultery, then there is no problem. Where will he run to? He will come to me after his death. How long will he live? By the way, he can punish in this world also. But he has a habit that he leaves people in this world. It is mentioned in Surah Fatir that if Allah would have punished people for their sins in this world, then He would not have left anyone in this world. This is a categorical statement. No one would have survived. So Allah says, no doubt they will return to us. Then their reckoning will be on us. After that, their reckoning will be on us. Then we will ask, we will reckon. In this world, they have an open holiday. When they come to the hereafter, they will reckon.